Welcome on in for today's NBA pick video play for December 4th, 2018. And this one talking about this Eastern Conference matchup between the Chicago Bulls and the Indiana Pacers. Going to give our lean on where we see the better value on the over-under. That total number relatively low here at about 210 points. It's been a really bad start to the year, not surprisingly for the Chicago Bulls, who continue to be in rebuild mode as this group stands just 5-19 overall. They're going on the road to take on the Pacers, who are trying to right the ship a bit themselves, standing 13-10 overall at this point. But without Oladipo in the lineup, it has made things a bit more tougher on the Pacers, but it does look like Oladipo is set to return in the near future, so that's a big positive sign for Indiana going forward. Today they're taking on the Chicago Bulls, a manageable opponent clearly. In their last outing, the Bulls coming up short again, another poor defensive performance from Chicago as they wanted to lose on the road against Houston by a final of 105-121. And really, Chicago has had their issues on both sides of the ball. They're 24th in the NBA in total team defense, and then also just 28th in scoring average. I feel like this Chicago team, it's just going to be a rebuilding situation, and they're not going to win a whole lot of games this year. But when they're their most competitive, it's when Zach LaVine is taking over and having command of the offensive attack. And he's leading this offensive unit, averaging 25 points per game right now. The home team, the Indiana Pacers, not quite the same threat, obviously, without Oladipo on the court, but they've still been competitive. They're 3 games above 500. They came up just short in their last outing, which came on the road against the Sacramento Kings, who have been better than expected this year. They lost that one by a final of 110-111. And actually, the Pacers, they've been more of a defensive-oriented group. They're first in the NBA in total team defense, 24th in scoring average. And today, going against a very manageable opponent, we expect a better offensive showing here from the Pacers than we tend to get from them on a game-to-game basis. And also, when you go against a weaker opponent, that can speed up the game a little bit, because especially with Chicago, with how poor that they've consistently been on the defensive side of the ball, that should open things up for the Pacers to have an above-average offensive performance. So with that being the case, we feel like with the low total here at just 210 points, the over is going to be the better value bet. So again, guys, siding with the over 210 points as the better value play. If you agree, give the video a thumbs up. Disagree, give it a thumbs down. You can check out all of our picks for today over at stumpthespread.com, linked down in the video description. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we hope to see you guys back here for future videos.